Hi everyone, Andrew here from Duo Australia, and we're out here today on location, and if you listen closely, in the background you might hear one thing. It's the sound of cicadas. Now that only means one thing. Summer's here and it's time to get your top water lures out. Now the great news for Duo fans out there is we've got a cicada lure that's called the Shinmushi. Now this lure is an absolute brilliant cicada replica, and it's fantastic for chasing and catching all of our Australian species that you're going to throw top water lures for. I personally love to throw these lures for bass, and it's one of my top secret brim lures, and they absolutely love it, which is great. You can use them in the fresh or the salt. Either way, it doesn't matter. Now these lures are very easy to use. Some people think that top water, it's going to be hard to use and it might be difficult, but these are actually very simple. They get a really good rolling, wobbling action just simply with the rod tip down and a slow roll of the handle. If you want, you can also twitch your rod tip and impart a little bit more of a blooping action, almost like a popper, and the lure will adapt very well to that. The fish are going to love that sort of erratic action, the bubbles, the little splashes that the lure is going to produce. Now, some of the places that I absolutely love to throw these lures is anywhere that you're going to see trees, shrubs, bushes, reeds, anything that's overhanging where a natural cicada might hang on there and potentially fall into the water. Now, we all know how smart those fish are, and they know where the cicadas live, and they're going to be hanging right underneath there. So you want to try and cast your lure as close to those sorts of overhanging areas as possible. And then, like we said, with a slow rolling action, you can move that lure out. Even you can add in a slight pause and the fish will simply see it and come up and grab it from underneath. Now, the good thing with these lures is they come in a range of different colors. We know here in Australia that the natural cicada comes in a couple of different colors, and the Shinmushi range has mimicked those. So there's quite a few different colors that you can check out, so you can get the one that you think is going to match the cicadas best in your area. Now these lures are a Japanese made lure. Now what that means is the finish on them and the hardware that's featured on them is simply second to none. These lures have got some of the most realistic colors that I've ever seen on a cicada lure. They don't only have the awesome flexible wings, but they've got the small rubber legs as well, which means extra action. All these little wings and little extra legs are going to move around on the surface and really give you a very realistic imitation of a cicada. Now, just touching on those wings, if you do happen to cast this lure a little bit long and you hit it into a rock, the wings are actually soft rubber, and they are designed to give you a little bit of movement. So even if a big fish comes up and grabs this lure, it's not going to damage those wings. Now, the good news for all you fans out there is these lures are available right now, just in time for summer. As mentioned, there's a whole range of different colors, and what I recommend you do is check them out at our website, which is duo-australia.com.au. It'll give you all the specs, all the colors. So there it is, guys. This is one lure that you really should be using this summer. I tell you what, top water fishing is one of the most exciting ways you can fish. Get into it. We'll see you on the water.